Hello everyone, I hope you guys are having a wonderful day, making some really good trades, and yep, let's just get into it right now. Bitcoin back to 18,900 and $692. Sorry, I had a little bit of a late night, had to take care of some personal matters, but I am back on the charts right now to give you guys an update, and boy oh boy, what a day we had. A roller coaster of emotions. Let's get on the smaller time frames and take a look what happened today. A massive pump right before the FOMC meeting, or sorry, the federal funds rate being released, and then followed by a massive dump after the 75 basis points were released up to the market, and basically showing that the Fed has increased rates to 75 basis points, and then he bounced all the way back up to 19,700, or basically you actually went as high as 786, and then reversing down to at least 18,129 before getting a bounce back up to 18,730. Excuse me, bullish burps. But overall, you guys wanted volatility. Well, you got it. Okay, you got more volatility in one single day than we've gotten in like the past couple of weeks. It's been very stale, sideways moving, no real dumps happening, except for probably this one down to 18,300. But we went back up to 19,000 after that, and then just sideways chop until the FOMC meeting. And oh boy, did we deliver again. We just closed our short position on Bitcoin after shorting that around the $2,000 area right at this wick right here. Again, I set my stop after we entered in at break even, but we did not come back up to these levels to retest it, luckily, and we just closed our profits at 69%. Again, this was extremely volatile and hard to post. So after I posted this, the price was already down here to 18,000. But I mentioned in the Discord that we could ultimately reverse back up, and you could get a second chance to short the market, and that's exactly what happened. We bounced all the way back up to 19,700, but I was placing my callouts around 19,400 to 500. So if you were even entered in at 500 and you had a decent stop loss, or a little bit of a loose stop loss depending on what your risk reward, you could have entered in, or you could even have waited for it to come back up, and then maybe come back down to 19,500 and then entered then, and then you could have made a nice little bit of a trade. You could have made a very decent gain, maybe even 70% depending on how much leverage you were using. Obviously, some people use a significant amount more than me, again using maybe even 50x and 20x on these altcoins as well. But ultimately, a very nice little bit of a trade there for you guys today. And again, you guys can access all my trades by going to the Discord, the link in the description, and signing up for the Discord. Again, if you guys press the join button, you will not get an invitation to the Discord. Again, that join button that you see at the bottom of my videos, that is just to support the YouTube channel. If you guys actually want to join the Discord, the link is in the description. It is outlined Discord Premium in the description. Anyways, moving on, let's keep going right here. Let's take a look at some other indicators right here. Market cipher, for example. Let's take a look at what the daily time frame is showing us right now, and we actually have an 8 and a 2. So again, pretty little bit bearish, but not as bearish as that 11 minus 3 that we got. But again, a very volatile day for Bitcoin. Not too surprised that we actually went this low, to be honest, with the FOMC meeting coming to fruition. But yeah, overall, we are still deep in that red money flow on the 4-hour time frame. Let's take a look at that 1 hour. We do have some red money flow, but we are forming, let's see right here. We do have a little bit of a green dot, VWAPs coming up, but we still have some red money flow. We could technically maybe get a pump back up to 19,500. But again, that's a little bit far from these levels, I would say. So best just sitting on the sidelines and waiting for the market to develop tomorrow. Again, we want to see how the markets are going to digest this news for the rest of the week. After all, the S&P selling off today on the news on the FOMC meeting, the federal fund rates being raised, and Federal Reserve Jerome Powell, chairman, Oh, I can't find my words tonight. But he was basically a little bit dovish, I would say, after on the press conference, saying they are going to keep raising rates, but they are data reliant, right? So they are data reliant, meaning if the economy worsens and we are thrown into a recession and the unemployment rates increase, the Fed will react accordingly, meaning they are going to cut the rates. But for the time being, there are no rate cuts. They are steadfast. They're firm on their stance on raising rates. And looks like we are about to form a double bottom on the Dow Jones. Let's take a look at the Nasdaq. Nasdaq, we have a little bit more ways down to go before we form a double bottom. But again, we could technically break these lows and make new lows after that. And we could see that the tech stocks today absolutely slaughtered. We could take a look at Meta, for example, an extremely volatile day for Meta as well. Meta pumped up as high as 149 before reversing back down to 141. Sorry. So a massive move. So people that got trapped in their longs today are down over 5% in one single day. You could take a look at not Web Bros, Warner Bros, down more than 7.5% in one single day. Massive move there. You can take a look at some other oversold stocks as well, potentially NEM, Newmont Mining, again getting very, very oversold once again, getting a bit of a pump today up to $43.21 before ultimately reversing back down to about $42.40. But overall, gold seemed to be holding off quite well, in my opinion, still at 1661, although the DXY is surging to new highs. So very interesting to see there, but overall, the rate hikes are killing Bitcoin, and doing it slowly as well, because eventually, if they come out with more hawkishness and the Fed keeps raising the rates, of course, I will not be surprised to see the S&P correcting even more and seeing Bitcoin break these levels that we are currently at and headed to new lower levels. So that would not surprise me one bit. After all, we have been retesting these levels over and over and over again, but for the time being, we still haven't confirmed underneath here. And every time we hit around these levels right here, around 18,500 to at least maybe 18,300, we get a bounce and we reverse back up towards the upside. For the time being, I've taken my profits on our leverage trade. We have a bit of a short going on Chiliz, still holding out that one for the time being. Again, still in the money even after this bit of a pump. We could take a look at Chiliz. We'll just take a look at my trade, explain it to you guys a little bit better. We can zoom out. Just give me one moment. Chart to load up, and there you go. You can see that Chiliz at a major trend line right here. Oh my god, I gotta zoom out so much. You can take this pivot high to this pivot high, and you drag it all the way down, and you can see that we are running into some resistance right now, right here, right around. Oh, I gotta bring this down a little bit. Basically, 25 cents and a half, or 0.2556, running into some heavy resistance there. You can see this big wick on the 4-hour candles. We could take a look at the daily, see how the daily looks, but ultimately, we have closed multiple candles underneath here. We have not made any new highs for the time being. We could potentially start to roll over if Bitcoin rolls over even more as well. I expect a big collapse in Chiliz, but yeah, for the time being, still quite bullish. Looks like we formed a bit of a double top, but we could technically go a little bit higher. Anyways, guys, just want to end the video now, get some rest. After all, I've been working very hard lately. And thanks for everyone your patience in the Discord. I know I am going through a transition right now in my job, but everyone seems to be very understanding, and I'm very excited to spend more time with you guys in the coming months. Anyways, thanks for listening, guys. If you guys want to sign up for Big Get Training, the link's in the description, and they are the supporters and the sponsors of this channel. And if you guys want to join the Discord and see all my trades like we did one today, again, trades have been a little bit stale lately, but this one surely made up for lots of stale weeks. But ultimately, sitting on your hands is also one of the key things to know as a trader, is when to just sit on your hands and not overtrade and just be patient. Anyways, guys, thanks for listening. Talk to you guys later. Peace.